Hey, we're Janine and Joe, and you're watching our channel, Nova Scotia Land and Sea. Join us this week as we give our aft cabin on our Hunter 30 sailboat a makeover.
Okay, I just got off of work and I came right here. I'm at Atlantic Fabrics and I'm going to get the vinyl that we need for our aft cabin. I had mentioned that in previous part of the video that the vinyl that we had was not in good shape. It actually had kind of been ripped by a raccoon at one point, and his like little paw prints were scratched into the vinyl, so that had to go. So I'm gonna show you guys the sample again. I have here, if I can find it. Yes, this is the sample of the vinyl that we're gonna get, and it's called Oyster White. It's just kind of like a neutral beigey white color, and we're gonna use this in the aft cabin. So first we'll be gluing on like a thin foam, and then we glued this vinyl to the foam. That's it. Okay, these are the colors that they have in the marine vinyl here in this brand Ennis, and the one that we're getting is this color here. You can see it looks a lot darker when it's like against a white background. It does look whiter, I find. In person it looks darker on this camera right now, but yeah, you can see they have like a really good selection of vinyl. The one that we're getting is, yeah, Oyster White, which is this one here. And then I think I need 3 meters of that. And then I'm also gonna get the foam. And where is the foam that I need? Oh yeah, this one. So I'm gonna get 3 meters of this, and this will go behind the vinyl. This gets glued to the fiberglass, and then that vinyl gets glued on top of it. So that's how that's gonna go. I'm gonna go get this cut now. Back at the club, we pretty much live here right now. We're just doing one little project today because the weather is not very nice. It's raining a lot. So we're just gonna do the templates for the vinyl that's gonna go in the aft cabin. So we have cardboard and we're gonna cut it to fit where the foam and the vinyl is gonna be. And then we're gonna use that to trace out the foam and the vinyl so we can make sure that everything is gonna fit properly. We don't wanna have to buy more vinyl if we measure it wrong. So that's what we're gonna be working on today. It is pretty tight in the cabin back there, but I'm gonna try to film it, and yeah, you guys can see what we're up to.
The walls of our cabin are the interior of the hull, and they're curved with several odd angles. To make our lives easier, we created a template out of several pieces of cardboard and taped them together.
Hi friends. Okay, we are just at the house now, and I'm gonna get started on cutting the template for the vinyl. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take the cardboard, which you had seen us cut previously, and I'm gonna put that on top of the foam, and I'm gonna trace that out and cut that, and then I'm gonna take the foam to the boat and fit the foam into the cabin, and we're gonna make sure that that fits well, and we're gonna make any adjustments to the foam before we cut the vinyl. The foam is not expensive, it's pretty cheap, so if we made a mistake with the template and it wasn't fitting correctly, then it's not a big deal for us to have to buy more foam. But we want to make sure that we have the template as accurate as possible before we cut the vinyl, because the vinyl was kind of expensive. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Oh, you can see one of my cats here. This is Hades, the black dot. I'm gonna show you my cats. They're so cute. This is Storm. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. And this is Hades. Aren't they cute? Okay, now I'm going to cut the foam for the first piece. Okay, welcome to the living room. We went over to the boat yesterday and we checked to see how the foam underneath the vinyl is gonna fit, and it was pretty good. There was just a couple of areas where we're gonna add just like a 1/2 inch on either side, just to make sure that we have some room to play in case anything isn't fitting like 100%. So we're gonna put the foam on top of the vinyl and trace that out now and cut it, and then we're gonna take everything over to the boat and we're gonna glue it in place. Hello. We are here on the boat. Gonna put the new vinyl and foam. I have my hood up because I don't want to get spray glue in my hair.
Based on our research, we decided a spray-on adhesive would be best for this project. We chose a heavy-duty industrial product designed to stand up to wet conditions. Products like these are meant to be used in a well-ventilated area, which the interior of a sailboat is not.
Part 2, starting the vinyl.
We wore masks and ended up taking several breaks to go outside and get fresh air. After adding each layer of foam and vinyl, we applied pressure and smoothed out the surface to ensure good adhesion.
Hello. I just got off of work and I'm back at the boat. Joe and I finished putting the vinyl on both sides of the cabin. It looks really good. The only thing that we need to finish is that I have to cut the excess off of the edges. There is like a wood trim that the vinyl will sit underneath on the edges. So it doesn't have to be like perfect, but I have to cut enough of the excess off that I can like slide it underneath those edges. So I'm gonna do that. I bought this little cutting tool from Atlantic Fabrics again, and I tried it on a piece of scrap and it worked really well. Cut really smoothly. So I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like hold this up to the edges, and then I'm gonna take this and like run it along to get it as straight as possible. That's my plan. Yeah, so you can see here what I'm talking about. All of this excess needs to be cut off, And once I cut it off, it can tuck underneath this edge here, and that's how it's finished. I do not have a future career doing upholstery. This is painful. All right, guys, it is done. Our aft cabin makeover is complete. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's so much nicer, cleaner, brighter than it was before. Even like the old vinyl was navy, so it made this space a lot darker, and it's quite small, so it's nice to have the lighter color. And I have a little curtain here that I pull across at night to make it dark. Vinyl came out great. It's nice and smooth. There's no like dimpling or anything, and it's nice and soft. We can sit in here like in the evening and you can rest your head against it and it's not uncomfortable or anything. And that is pretty much the end of the aft cabin tour. It's a quick tour because it's a really small, cozy little cabin, but we love it. It feels so much brighter and newer in here. I don't know if you can really tell, but the window frame is back on. Everything is finished really nicely. We bought a tri-fold mattress in here from Amazon. I'll link that below if you're interested or if you're looking for something similar. It's a double size mattress. It is a tiny bit tight on one corner because this cabin is on like an angle on both ends, but it's fine. And because we bought the tri-fold mattress, we're gonna fold it up every year at the end of the season, and we'll be taking that home with us. We don't want to leave it on the boat over the winter. Boats have a tendency to have a lot of moisture in them, and we don't want the mattress to get mildewed, so we'll be taking it out at the end of every season. All of the bedding is just from like HomeSense. I got this little pillow from Amazon too. So cute. And yeah, that's all. So thanks for watching. One more thing I wanted to mention that is, I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to the people. One more thing I was going to mention is that our cabin has a fire extinguisher in it. Just does not match the vibes, but it's important. We have 3 fire extinguishers on this boat, one in the cabin, one in the galley area, and then one in the V-berth, so that you're always close to fire extinguisher. Fires are boat death, so you want to make sure that if there's any fire that you're going to put it out immediately. So that's why there is a fire extinguisher right here in our cabin, so we could grab it quickly if we needed to.
Tune in next week to watch Janine take on the tedious project of sanding and painting our interior. We just want to thank our friends, family, and anyone else who watched our first video last week. We appreciate you.